Hey there everybody, welcome back to another Game Vault video. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault, and we're going to make it a quick one today. I'm kind of in the process of rearranging my studio a little bit and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Don't have a lot of time today, but I did want to take a moment and laugh a little bit at the weirdos that have been trying to ruin gaming for all these years. So let's cue up the music and we'll get right to it. All right, so in the last week, 3 games have released that I want to talk about real quick, and I want to do some comparisons to them here on Steam DB, showing what kind of engagement they're getting. Now, of course, these numbers are not 100% accurate because some of these games are available on other platforms, which will give them more numbers. But I can guarantee you that the numbers are going to be similar, relatively speaking, to the number of players to each platform. So first off, Dustborn. Woo boy. So this one was released on the 20th of August, earlier last week. And right now, it's Saturday night that I'm doing this, 59 players. All-time peak was 3 days ago at 83 players, 75 in the last 24 hours. So this is that game that words hurt and all that kind of crap, where you're out there and you're just calling people racist because you're triggered by them. And it turns out this thing was funded by the EU, which is kind of crazy, right? So they're just pushing this nonsense onto people through this game. You got to look at the trailers. You got to check them out. These are some of the most cringe trailers you've ever seen. Some of the most awful character designs you've ever seen. The art style looks kind of like wish list, maybe Borderlands, kind of a little bit, but without any soul or anything interesting to it. It's just bland garbage. And yeah, so Red Thread Games, I wouldn't be shocked if these guys went out of business sometime soon. We'll have to see. We'll keep an eye on them. I'll let you guys know on that. But yeah, so this was the big woke game, Wokeborn or Dust Woke or whatever you want to call it, Woke Dustborn. Absolutely crap in the bed. But next, this one brings me great pleasure, because as soon as I saw this thing released or announced, what was it, last year, I believe, something like that, at like the PS State of Play or whatever it was, I was like, no effing way, this looks terrible. Now, not only do I not like it because of the character designs and the pronouns and all that garbage, I just don't think we need another live service game. And I think this is a 5v5 shooter game that, in a market that's just flooded with them. Absolute garbage. The game just came out a couple days ago, right? 607 in the last 24 hours, 400 players right now, Saturday night, and 697 all-time peak. It has not cracked 700. I got people in my comments of like another video I did about this, talking about, how, love the game and all that. And I said, well, dude, enjoy it while it lasts. I don't see this thing lasting more than a year. If they do a season pass or whatever, who knows what they're going to do for it. But I don't see them supporting it for more than a year. People will be done talking about it after Christmas and New Year's, when all kinds of new stuff's come out. And yeah, this thing's just going to go on the scrap heap, like what is it, that crap Suicide Squad game did, or is going to be. I mean, there's a story of a failure. Stop with the live service games, guys. Stop. You're not making money off of them. You're just pouring money down the toilet. Unless you got somebody that walks in with a freaking idea that is amazing beyond belief and innovative and new, stop. This crap looks like they took, Overwatch characters and just, I don't know, like washed all the personality out of them and just put them out there. Look at some of the trailers and gameplay of this too, man. It's absolutely vile and disgusting and just stupid looking. But the third one I want to talk about, 3 days it took them to sell 10 million copies. Black Myth Wukong from Game Science, a Chinese company here. Now, what do you call it? IGN put out a hit piece on these guys, and now the lady that wrote it's in hiding on Twitter. It's so dramatic. I love it. These people are such clowns, But yeah, she put out some kind of hit piece, and they're even talking about it in places like that. What is it? I can't remember, but you look at the discourse online, and there's people who are refusing to review it because they talk bad about women, or they're misogynistic and all that, or they don't like the way they run a company and all that. Bitch, you guys don't know how that company's run, okay? First off, if you listen to IGN and you trust what they're saying, you're an idiot. That's like saying, well, I saw it on CNN, so I believe it. Yeah, you're retarded if you do, okay? So don't go that route. You know, use your own judgment and understand that, you know, hey, this is a different country. This is a different culture. They do not need to bow down on, you know, on the mantle of DEI for you guys. You guys are just pissed. You know, you guys are pissed all the monkeys aren't buggering each other in the butthole. That's what you're pissed about. You're pissed there's no trans monkeys or black monkeys, or well, I probably wouldn't go good with anybody. But anyway, you know, and they said, oh, there's no female characters. There's plenty of female characters I've seen, and they're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, they don't look like Lizzo from Concord, but hey, you know, they're still, why not make attractive characters? Even the monkeys look badass, right? They look badass, man. These are some monkeys I'd like to hang out with, get in a bar fight, you know? Like, come on, monkey, let's go. But yeah, absolutely astounding game. 2.4 million all-time peak 2 days ago, right? That's a lot. I was wondering if it would top that over the weekend, and, you know, I'm imagining there's a possibility it will. 2.2 over the last 24 hours. Right now, as we speak, 470,000 players online right now. It's just been a Cinderella story for these guys. I wish them all the luck in the world. Now, I'm not big on China and as far as a country and a government goes, right? You know, I know there's a lot of bad stuff that goes on in China, and that's because, you know, they're under communist rule. Kind of like the United States is going to be if we don't get some of these assholes out of office like Kamala Harris and all that. But that's a different story for a different day, you know. But I'd rather support Chinese communists than American communists, I'll tell you that, because at least Chinese communists can't affect me, you know, directly, whereas American communists, they sure could. I mean, knocking at my door tomorrow, pulling me in and putting me in a death camp. So, yeah, I know I'm kind of ranting and raving and going over the edge tonight. I'm just, you know, it's been a long week, got a lot going on. It's been an insane day today, all kinds of stuff happening. But to make a long story short, the culture war is being won. Not only here in gaming, you know, and this is just some small victories right here. This doesn't mean the tide has turned, or we can all sit back and relax. You got to keep fighting. You got to keep pushing. Don't let people put you down for stating your beliefs. Don't let them call you an ist or a phobe or whatever. And don't let them gaslight you and make you think that you don't know what you're talking about. If they come at you with insults and all that, just ignore them and move on. These people are stupid anyway. You know, you got to look at things like, if you believe, like, you know, one of my favorites is, you know, DEI, is it in the room? Does it exist? Is it real? You know, it's just like, shut up, you retard. Yeah, it's real. Look around. You know, look at what's going on. Look at the attempt on Trump's life and the DEI hires that were standing around him, those Secret Service agents who fumbling their gun like the Keystone Cops, and the other like playing with their sunglasses. I mean, what the hell, man? Those are DEI hires. Those women had no business being in those positions right there. And yeah, you want to argue all you want about equality for women and all that. I get it, and there is a certain degree of that is true. But there's also certain jobs they shouldn't be doing, and that's one of them. There also shouldn't be an oil rig full of women. You know, there's just certain things just don't suit them that well, you know? Just like certain things don't suit guys that well. Anyway, let me know what you think here down in the comments below. Do you think the culture war is starting to turn a little bit, you know? Starting to move back to normalcy a little bit. Maybe we're going to start seeing some more. You know, I'd love to see these studios just shut down. I mean, honestly, I hate people losing their jobs, especially with the economy right now. But they deserve it. You know, they honestly deserve it. If they're doing this kind of stuff, they deserve it. Even Ubisoft with 2 huge games coming up. These 2 huge monster games that they're going to sell 5 billion copies of between the 2 of them. You know, Star Wars Outlaws and then Assassin's Creed, what is it? Shadows. You know, those 2, they're already laying people off ahead of these games being released because they know they're not going to meet expectations financially, and they're trying to cut costs and trim the fat a little bit, because if you can't make money in your sales, you can save money on the back end. And that's what they're going to try to do right now. They're trying to get ahead of it because they know it's going to happen. And they know their shareholders are going to start holding their feet to the fire here soon, and heads are going to roll if things don't turn around for that company. You know, so anyways, like I said, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.